What up, what up, what up, what up?
What's going on, y'all?
What's good, what's good? It's Thursday night, 10 p.m. We live, Facebook right here, Instagram over here. And we got a hot topic today. And just to let y'all know, this is the Realest Rare Podcast Show. I am Prophet King Donte. To my right is my beautiful Queen Tiffany.
Queen Tiffany Giselle. Let me let them hear your voice, baby. We got Big Ock in the background with
Exactly.
this Booed Up remix, Toledo.
What's up, though?
We see y'all. Okay.
This gonna be a crazy topic, so
Okay, Ock, we see you. I got you, baby.
got me. Let's go. Let's go. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get
What's
ready.
going on, y'all? We just gonna let some people fall in. We want y'all to fall in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. What's up, Toledo? What's up, Detroit, New York, Atlanta?
How y'all doing tonight? Sorry about last week, man.
See my baby.
Oh shit.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, come on.
Did I do that enough for real?
Yeah, he did a little bit. Yeah, my time for the game. But last week we had to cancel because we was on the road on our college tour, and we appreciate y'all that shouted us out, wondering where we was at last week. We were taking care of business, collecting check money, and when we did all that, we came back home. We were trying to get the energy to do it on another day, but we back today, and we got a juicy ass topic. Disclaimer: we do not charge, what we saying out of our mouths to who we are.
That's
okay?
why this is the Realest Rare Podcast Show, because anything is liable to come out of our mouths, but it's only for the purpose of progression. Y'all know that. Y'all know what Black Heartbeat is about if y'all been following us for a while. It's build your vision, love and appreciate your process, and stay committed to it. And only you can create that vision for everything to go the way it's supposed to go. So
Exactly.
we're going to jump straight into it.
So the topic on the table, and this is not for, this is a no judge zone. So if you come on here, you're allowed to have your opinion or whatever, but if you bringing bad energy, keep that shit over there. This ain't for no bad energy. This topic is not for no bad energy. This is a real topic that we are asked about on a regular basis.
Yes.
and was mentioning, somebody mentioned that we should have it as an extension of another book. So we talk about it all the time as well, but
it's a lot of conversation going on about this.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not publicized. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's a lot that goes into it. So
what's the topic?
The topic of today is monogamy or polygamy. And when we say polygamy, I'm going to speak for myself. Now, be mindful also that he and I do not discuss what we're going to discuss prior to getting on here. So we'll have a topic, but then we get on and it's just what it is. So
it's really real.
It's
really
the
real,
Realest Rare
y'all.
Podcast. So it's monogamy or polygamy. We were gonna say monogamy versus polygamy, but I didn't feel it was right to kind of cross them and put one against the other, because everybody should have the option for whatever their lifestyle should be, to be open to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it might be. So
Yeah.
when I think about polygamy, or when I say polygamy, I say it from a reference of all different standpoints. I understand the different variations of, the concept, which is basically more than two people in a relationship for the most part, right? So you have polygamy, you have things, what's the other one? Polyamory or polyamorous. That's when you're not married, but you're open. You have open relationships and different things like that. And then what's the other one, babe?
Polygyny is one man
and
multiple wives, and then you got oh want to say polyandry or something like that. That's
Polyandry. That's
polyandry,
when the woman has multiple husbands.
Right? Where the woman has multiple husbands,
Yeah.
and they practice all this shit in different countries. Okay,
here's
go.
The difference. So polygamy is when everybody is in the relationship together, but what's the other one where the man has multiple wives?
Polygyny.
Polygyny is when it's just him and then each one of his wives are individual. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a relationship. They're more sisters. But in a polygamous relationship, everyone has a
polygamy. Everybody
playing a relationship with each other.
Right.
That's the different variations. But and I think that when we talk about this and when we do coach our couples, we have a lot of couples that really are interested in understanding if it would work for them. One person might be interested, the other one kind of on the fence and different things like that. We see a lot of that. And we really tell them not to even fit their situation into any of those particular categories. From monogamy to polygamy to polyandry, whatever it might be, like you have a reference point. All of that stuff is just a reference point to say, okay, here's some different ways that it could happen, but let me see how it might work for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it necessarily, unless y'all coming from a religious perspective of like Muslim or whatever, where y'all actually have to have the wives, they have to be your wives. But shit, just figure that shit out for what works for your situation. And we gonna get into why a lot of people have been saying that they would be interested in it, or that they do it, or that, you know, all the benefits of it and all this kind of stuff.
Right. So with all that being said, most monogamous relationships, especially modern day monogamous relationships, are not being portrayed in the traditional fashion no more. It's not a lot of people. It's more people open and conscious these days. So with that being said, it's a lot more open relationships in general. We're talking about your sexuality on the line. We're talking about, you know, gay people. We're talking about bi. We're talking about transgenders. And then now the new wave or the new thing right now, the new trend right now is the poly lifestyle. And to be honest with you, the poly lifestyle, polygamy is really the oldest way of going about marriage. And if you think about in your history book, you think about people that are, you know, read about it and everything like that. They had those type of situations, and it wasn't nothing that it was cultural, but it was something that was done because it made sense at the time. Right. And everybody got their opinion on poly life, and it's really due to the fact that religion, like you talked about earlier, and religion keeping you boxed into a certain type of way going about your marriage or about your situation.
For the most part.
For the most part, and then even with that though, but even with that, Christianity, if you read the Old Testaments, if you take a look at the history of where Christianity comes from, like they studied the Christian, well, depending on what you believe in, as far as your ideology in Christianity. A lot of people know about it, but a lot of people just don't want to admit it, that the oldest way of going about relationships back in those days in the early Old Testament was polygamous relationships. And it was because of the procreation of the populating of the world. But at the same time, let's fast forward till today in modern day. If we line every single woman up and every single man up in the world, y'all outnumber us 50%.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
That much, but
it's probably more than that. It's more women than it is men. And in this way of going about this society that we live in, especially over here in America, you got women cheating with married men all the time. You got guys having multiple ladies and all these things, and they don't know why they doing it. They feel like they have some type of something wrong with them. Like, why am I cheating on my wife? Or why? This is stuff that people come to us and talk about. So that's why we're talking to y'all about it, because we already understand that this is a strong topic, because at the end of the day, you got to know why you're doing what you're doing. You got to understand why you feel the way you feel. And as a man, most men don't realize that they here to procreate. You are procreation. You here to procreate. You here to spread your seed and to populate. And it's just in your nature to always start out after that feminine energy. So what you want to say, Boo?
I say that's all good and it's great and it makes sense, and that is the science behind it. Like that really is the science behind it. That men have millions of sperm that's active and ready to go every day, and women have 1 to 2 eggs a month that we are able to release on our cycle. So scientifically and naturally, I think that it is in a man's nature to want to be with more than one woman from some brain, chemical, DNA, something, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's why when you said that, it's almost like we live for the most part in a subconscious context in polygamy in our culture, because niggas go out and get different baby moms, and that's what they call them, baby mothers, instead of whatever, sister wives or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or women have different children by different guys. It's the same concept. It's just that we're not in a mindset as a people to
we just not leveraging
that,
the shit.
That is going to be the case because we have so much emotional baggage and attachment, and it's not wrong, because it's not like we could just say, oh, you wrong if you don't understand or you don't want to do that or you don't feel that way. It's just that shit. It's some generations and generations and generations of programming, hurt, pain, fucking everything. Like everything that, especially as a black woman, you like, shit, nigga, the one thing that I just want is my child and my man. You know what I'm saying? My children and my man. So you can't expect for us not to think a certain way when it comes to monogamy versus polygamy, when monogamy is everything that we've been taught and seen and programmed into thinking is right.
So let me ask you this. Is this true or false? Has jealousy became the indicator of love?
Has jealousy became the indicator of love? That's not an easy question to answer. I think that it's on a situation basis. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people don't receive the drama. They don't invite the drama and things like that from jealousy and things. But then in other, you know what I'm saying, where we come from, shit, jealousy says, nigga, you mine. Like that's
craziest. But that's the craziest.
What you talking about?
But that's the thing. That's what we talked about before. That's the ego shit. That's crazy as hell.
But you can say from a male perspective, it's an ego thing too. Cause okay, so we gonna go off topic because there's two totally different ways that everybody is going to look at this. You're going to see it from a perspective of understanding that, yeah, naturally it's good and it's fine and it should be, from a standpoint of men
I appreciate that, Queen.
All this other kind of stuff, that's fine. But then on a realistic reality basis, as a society, we not all there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of work that has to be done on the self first before you can expect somebody that has never been introduced to that lifestyle or want or seen or even think that they would want something like that. So let me ask you this then. Get in tune with it. Not to say that they can't, because they can. If you change your mind, change your life. I live by that, right? But it's a matter of how would you show people that you can change your mind in a situation like that, because it would be beneficial.
Well, if I can just put it in plain English, it's common sense. It's just only thing that causes this situation to be effed up is the fact that society taught you to be stingy. Society taught you to have an emotional attachment to every fucking thing that this world has, and that's the problem. I think that we try to give over to everybody is that you got to recognize when you being programmed. You got to recognize when let's look at common sense. Let's just look at common sense. We'll get into all that in a second, but I had another thing I wanted to say because you had spoke on it, and I wanted to ask you, so insecurities, are they always your partner's responsibility?
No, absolutely.
Do you got to tiptoe around and it is never the person who's insecure responsibility, because that's what it happens in a monogamous relationship. We are trained and programmed to look for somebody that's going to sit up there and take care of us. Like men do it too. Like that's not the whole purpose of a polygamous situation. But in monogamy in our society right now, monogamy has been a situation where I have to find a nigga with the bag, or I gotta find a chick that's gonna sit up there and be a sugar mama to me and cater to all my needs and whatnot, and I can cover up and hide my insecurities behind whatever it is great that they might be having, maybe got
You
going
said
on.
that's what society is?
Society, if I go back home,
Y'all,
As I said-
y'all let us know if that's true, because I
I'm
don't
saying
necessarily agree.
if you
with
think
that.
if you
I
think
don't
about
think
if you
that
think
every-
about okay, think about all the guys that hurt the women in your family.
Mm-hmm.
Have they all used leverage to get what they want out of a female to the extent where the girl insecurities don't even matter? It's not even the work on there. It's just about what you do. What have you done for me lately? Or what can you do for me? And she don't ever have time to work on her shit. She always
Right.
trying to impress this dude. So he looks at her and she looks at him as, I'm not gonna get nothing better than this. Or I can't evolve from where I'm at. This the only person that can. So we put so much stock in the next person that we lose ourselves in the situation, right? So I was saying that to your question earlier because that's the thing. It was cool to be popping off and be jealous and all these things, and that validates that you in love with a person, but that's really fucking us up as a community.
Yeah.
So why would we want to keep stressing that level? Okay, if you a mastermind type of individual, meaning you have genius qualities or you have a lot to offer to this world, and you are a great catch. Any man would want to have you, right? Mm-hmm. And let's look at it from this perspective. I'm a great catch. Any woman would want to have me, right? So because I have the ability to talk and manipulate and all those things and do certain things to where I can get people. I'm a salesman. I do sales and whatnot. So I'm always talking to people and I'm always convincing people to do certain things. If I'm a mastermind type of person, that's attractive as hell. A lot of women looking at it like, damn, I understand why she with him. At the same token, it's like, if you are more than enough, that's one thing. But if you are more than enough and you are conscious and woken, you can say, okay, let me use my brain too. Let me bring in another source or another help in trying to get to my dreams off the ground. And everybody's successful at it. I mean, think about it. It's a bigger picture. It's a bigger picture than just, okay, let me and this dude build a bag together. Okay? But we ain't moving as fast as we want to. So now,
I hear what you're saying.
Now it's time. Now you see what I'm
agree.
saying?
I can agree and understand what you're saying, but again, I think that people just not there yet. Like,
Okay.
yeah, people. I think that again, man. There's so much that people just can't be thrown into that shit. Like when you know that that's something that you want to do, then I suggest that you do it. Like just go for it and do it. But a lot of women are not there, and so
how we get them there?
that's the thing. It's up to them, and it's up to their situation. So,
but if your situation calls for that, though,
what we come across, and the reason why we even brought the whole thing up is because we seeing that the guys are the ones that are like, this is what it is. But
because me and tired of being labeled as cheaters and all that stuff, because they, in their nature, that's what they're gonna do. And when it really boils down to it, it's not, they don't have an issue. They don't have a problem. It's just men are natural procreators, and that's what it is. So we get a certain type of vibe and energy from a feminine essence. Mm-hmm. Y'all are polar opposite. And if you look at nature. Just look at nature and how and it was a post I seen that said the black man is always referred to as a lion until polygamy is brought up. So we want to be the king. Y'all want us to be the leader and all that. And then you see that if I believe the black woman is a goddess, right? And I ask to courting another queen or bringing another queen to actually build my energy or help our family name in general, what would be the issue with that besides the obvious, which is the jealousy?
Here's the thing. Everybody would have to choose if they wanted to do something like that. Again, all the terms are just terms. It's a foundation point. So you have to determine what do you need from that position. So if I talk to the women right now, right? If a man wants to be in a polygamous relationship or whatever the situation is, and he has his reasons why, you need to have your reasons why. That's really what it is at the end of the day. Yes, I agree with all of the things that is good for us. So the whole idea of balancing when you have children, you have people to help you, the idea of an additional income, all of these different kinds of things. But at the end of the day, you got to figure out, okay, what do we need in this situation? What do we need in this marriage? What do we need in this relationship? And how does another person fit into that? What are we looking for? You know what I'm saying? Some people might be looking for an additional financial assistance. Some people might be looking for somebody who could stay home with their kids or something like that. You know, people might be looking for different things. So I think that they have to establish that from the relationship standpoint. But then as the individuals as well in the situation, got to determine what they want from it. If it's something that would be beneficial for me, this is what I want to get out of this situation. And then that person who comes in has to have that same thing. This is what I want to get out of the situation, this and that. Like, yeah, it's just, I really feel like it's just open to the perception of whoever's dealing with it. Like, it's not something that, I don't think it's something that will be totally easy just going into it.
No, it's not, because you're talking about years and years of programming to believe that monogamy is the only way to go, or you're not going to have any favor in the eyes of whoever you worshiping. And it's like, we live in America.
Well, yeah, from a religious standpoint.
Yeah, that's what you worry about, people judging you. You worry about people judging
and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And you don't, and it may be a situation where, like, when I see successful relationships, that I see I don't see problems in polygamous situations. Now, we're not in a polygamous culture or nothing like that. But when I see polygamous relationships, I see people have ups and downs and all that type of stuff, but I don't see them have the type of ups and downs that a monogamous relationship would have, that would cause an individual to be behind bars for fussing and fighting about cheating and all that extracurricular things. It's more about, can I get over my insecurities, which that's what that does. It makes you face yourself.
It does.
And then once you face yourself in that matter, you then are left with, okay, ain't nothing but positives. Because you get over the physical part. And think about it. If most women expecting, especially in today's day and age, I bet it's
Ladies,
a whole.
I gotta chime in and tell me what y'all think about
It's a whole lot of women out there that have had a man cheat on them. And we talk about this all the time. Whose fault is it actually?
She's right. She said y'all gotta master monogamy first.
Exactly.
That's where people get it messed up. Like, and that goes even before that. You gotta master yourself first. Like, you can't even be in a situation where you're gonna take a whole nother life change, or you know what I'm saying, make a whole nother life change like that, and you are still working on your better self. You know what I'm saying? You have to work through those things. This shit, like you said, is generational stuff. But you have to be willing and open to do it. And when you decide to do it, just go fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel. Like, we've had the conversation. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
We've had the conversation. We've had in-depth conversations and situations and different things like that. And initially, like, some time ago, I was like not fucking with it. And it wasn't that I wasn't all the way with it. I just felt like I would rather have some fun with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? We can do some different things like that. But when we started growing in our business, the conversation became more prevalent, because it was like, damn, we got to scale up. Like, we have an opportunity, and this opportunity can really, really be something amazing and happen like this if we had the help. You see what I'm saying? And we didn't have the help. So it was like, I had to really start saying, like, damn, you know what? For what I'm trying to do and for what I build, love, appreciated, and committed to, as far as my individual self and our unit was the fact that we're going to create generational wealth. We're going to have property. We're going to have land. We're going to do all of these things with our nonprofit. We're going to have our businesses. We are truly going to create a legacy and a family name. And it took me working on myself to get out of a certain mindset of seeing all the women hurt in the family, this is our society and our culture saying that, you know what I'm saying, you're going to look crazy if you do something like this. And I was like, damn, one day I was like, I chose to be in a lifetime partnership with someone, a man that looks like this, that has the mind and the brain and is as freaking amazing as this guy right here. I've chosen to be in a lifetime, meaning every single day for the rest of my life, I will be attached to this man. So I look at it like, if we do anything in life that may look odd to other people or that may whatever, if it benefits our situation, that we can live our life through experiences, right? So I'm looking like, okay, if I'm dealing with this guy for the rest of my life, we can have experiences together. And that's really all I look at. I don't even take into consideration, to be totally honest with you, the whole culture of what polygamy is supposed to be. I'm looking at it from a personal perspective. Like, I got a business, I got to come up. Yeah, I got a fly ass husband. Yeah, I could fuck with another person for maybe about a year, maybe 2. We're going to build this business. They're going to get some hella crazy paper and houses and property and all this shit out the deal. They can go about their life. We can go about our life and be fucking popping. Like, that's how I look at it. That's why I said from the beginning, like, you don't have to determine how your situation would be based on the foundation or the definition that other people are saying.
Right.
This is what polygamy is. This is what polyandrous is. This is what, if shit, whatever you want to do it. Make sure it makes sense for you. Make sure that it makes sense for for all of the parties included.
Right.
And that is a respectful, honest, no holds barred, no bullshit, best friend, family, whatever you want to call it. But we got this situation and this is clear. This is where we going and everybody going to eat. Now, when I get to that point of having
and share this video,
super bread, then that's not going to be an option anymore. Maybe, maybe not. Let me not say that. I feel like that right now, but shit, maybe down the line I might feel different. But I know that we're going to have fun and I know that we're going to chill and we're going to kick it. But right now, while we building, it's almost like shit, why wouldn't we do it? Like, why wouldn't we do it? And but at the same time, let me be honest, I had to get to that point and I'm still building in that mindset and building from that perspective. That's why I can tell you honestly, like, I live by change your mind, change your life. Because as soon as you change your mind about something, it will absolutely change your life. But you have to continue feeding that mindset and you have to continue being around people that will encourage and feed that mindset. Not around people that's gonna diminish you and put you down or anything like that because of your fucking decisions for your life when they not even happy or been successful in their own stuff. So with all of that being said, that's what I suggest, man. I suggest everybody figure out what the hell works for you,
right?
And do it, and don't be afraid to do it, because one of the biggest things I feel like with thinking about a polygamous type of situation is
I got a winner.
You have to be able to trust.
I chose a winner.
The guy, trust in him, not trust him, but you got to be able to trust in him to be able to handle a situation like that.
But that goes back to what I was saying earlier. It takes a mastermind type of guy. Every guy ain't built for this.
Right.
Excuse my language, but a fuckboy ain't built for this. It ain't built for you. Some people are bosses and some people are just employees. And that's fine. If you see, wealth is not about necessarily the monetary, but wealth is about the amount of happiness that you having, right? So this is not for the average thinking person. This is for somebody that has a mastermind type of qualities about itself. That's why you see a lot of guys in the lifestyle, they can manage that lifestyle because they already have in their spirit a built-in managerial type of attitude and spirit, meaning they leaders. They the ones who can stand up. They gonna they gonna drown with the ship. A lot of guys out here ain't for that. So you can't be with multiple women planting seeds of that type of character in these women. So it has to be a real true king, somebody that's a king every single day, and not just a king when he want to sit up there and beat on or have a bunch of women. That's not it. You just seeing what other people doing and you mimicking that. A king is somebody that's gonna sit up there and know how to actually give the energy back, the masculine energy back to the women in the way where they all can appreciate it. And when we think about it all, when we think about the whole scenario, it's an instant economic boost, right? Because you bring in an extra income, but you also giving your kids an opportunity to have a more time spent with you, so you can give the kids what you need. When we out here as fellas, we talking about I'm out hustling for my son, or I'm out hustling for my daughter, and I'm out doing this, getting this bread, and we really don't spend no time with our kids because we allow ourselves to sit up there and claim this hustling shit just to get out the door to fuck around with the side chick. Instead, how about the queens come together, right, and fellowship as a unit, right, and actually start building and stop making y'all look crazy out in these streets, because y'all gonna do it if y'all had it. It's just organized. It's just an organized come up situation. And with that being said, a lot of people, it's not for everybody. It's not. It's not for everybody. But if you have a boss, if you dealing with a boss, just don't take it completely off the table if he talk about it, because hear him out is all I'm saying, queens. Hear him out, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of benefits.
You got to really be able to look at a man without looking at him. You got to be able to look at him and be like, yeah, he could do that. I think he can do that.
It's not, yeah,
because that's that's gonna be a big part.
That's what it is. And the thing about it is if a lot of guys became more honest about it, instead of just being sneaky ass cheaters and whatever they want to do, instead of doing all that shit, and they were just more honest about it, they'll have more leverage in their life, and they can breathe a little better. They can have better karma in their life. And a lot of guys don't understand that part. Like, be honest. Like, you may get what you want. I say it may because every woman ain't built for it, and every man, we know every man ain't built for it. But those that are built for it, it's a reason why he has that type of energy. It's a reason why he calls out for that, yearning for that extra feminine energy. Because, well, you knocked half of it down.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, but that feminine energy around him, because at the end of the day, when you think about his sanity and think about how you benefit from the shit. Just think about how you benefit from it. It's not a situation where he just has multiple women. He can walk around and swinging his nuts around and bragging and boasting. It's not about that. When a person really has a business, an economical business mind, and they just in general, they just want to sit up there and have good energy around them. What's nothing better than a good feminine energy? And then y'all getting along, the feminine energy all getting along with each other. That makes for a powerful ass fucking family name. Flat out, if you went further than what we were talking about. You see what I'm saying? So there's layers to this, but it's definitely a lot of benefits to it.
He has a question.
Okay.
So how do you bring this up to a woman, in your opinion? Go on a couple dates, then ask, or at the jump, tell a woman that's what you want? Go ahead.
I would suggest this, right? I would suggest this, and this is a mistake that I might have made, and a lot of other guys might have made. Like, you wouldn't go on a date with a woman for a period of time and then drop "I'm bisexual" on her, because then you're gonna look crazy. You just basically was being selfish, right? You gotta somewhat give her an idea that you are in that type of mindset.
Can I answer?
I don't think it's a bad thing to have it. Let's go ahead.
So when I think about dating and courting, I've always been this way. I'm very, very, very honest, but I'm very honest in a subtle way, right? So I would suggest, like shit, as soon as y'all start going out, it's just a matter of conversation. Like, the conversation has to be open and honest regardless. Yeah. So it's not a matter of, hey, look, I'm in a polygamy and that's what I want, so what you about? It's more like, hey, what you think about this? You know what I'm saying? And then you just pick her brain on it, and y'all have the conversation about it, and you tell her it's something you thought about, and you see if she would something that but it's not like you're asking her. It's just more like a conversation that you're just, what you think about polygamy. Shit, I mean, fucking 2018.
2018.
And I think that people, that's all it really is. It's a matter of being honest, and we really just not in a position to be honest with other people because of their feelings.
They feelings.
Because of their emotions.
That human trait. That human trait that's caused our community to fail.
But at the same time, I feel like karma is protecting yourself beforehand. So you can't never really say like, well, shit, I ain't bring it up, or I didn't tell you, or we didn't talk about it. Even if it hurts your feelings, like that's what communication really has to be at the end of the day. So just having a conversation in fun, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be anything that's extra over the top, emotional, or anything like that. It's just a matter of fun and vibing and becoming friends. And the friendship aspect of knowing each other, I think that's not something bad to really talk about.
And one of the biggest things, fellas, if y'all want to get it over through y'all girls, that be strapped with bullets of ammunition that's going to give benefits to the shit. You can't just bring it up to her and think that it's just going to be okay. You got to sell her on the fact
No. Do not sell her on anything.
I ain't trying to. I guess when you like a person so much, you like a person and you want a person to be there.
Because the one thing you'll do, a man can drive a woman away by coming at her, keep coming at her.
Well, at that point, it shouldn't even be.
Her. No, you again, conversation.
I'm saying I'm not okay. Maybe I used the wrong words.
This is something I'm into. Here's why. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe this is a bad choice of words. I guess no. I know it's got to be a teaching moment. See, that's where I'm at with it. It got to be a teaching moment, especially if he's strong about it and he discussed it with it in the beginning. It got to be. I said sales. I'm sorry for that, y'all. Don't hold it over my head. But I'm saying it got to be a teaching moment. It got to be an understanding, because to think about the average woman, the cycle won't ever be broken to where it's open. We accepted gay. We accepted transgender people. We accepted all these things, but the oldest way of going about being in a long-term relationship is not being discussed on a level where it's being accepted, because and this is why. It's because one of the benefits is that it's going to actually bring about peace and harmony and energy within our community. They don't want that shit. And they know that strength in numbers is always going to win versus us being just a solid monogamous relationship. So I don't have angels around me. I got one wise counsel. A woman is wise counsel. A woman is always going to be wise counsel. So it's like they know that. So if I can do anything, let me strip the black man out the community. Let me put them in jail. Let me separate that part. Let me keep them fussing. Let me have Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on TV. Let me have all these reality TV shows that implement that infuses the thought of, let me be ratchet with him, or if he ain't looking at my DM, or if I can't go on there and see he on Facebook and all that extra stuff, and he don't love me. That's that fugazi shit. They got y'all blinded with that. But if y'all was to actually take the feelings out of the scenario and actually understand that it's a reason why the woman outnumbers the man. It's a reason why y'all here, because y'all wise counsel. Y'all here to actually be an uplift for us in the community, and they want to take that away from us. They want to take y'all mental away so fast and so much that y'all can't even sit up there and get past the jealousy part and that ego shit. And that's supposed to be cool. Think about all the people that's out here cheating. Think about all the women that said, I know he married, but I'm still decide to still fuck with him. That's crazy. How would you even accept doing that, but you can't accept, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your role in all of this if you can sit up there and be the one that's cheating with the man? It gotta make sense. We gotta. I mean, monogamy is where the society is. But I'm just saying, the poly lifestyle, I'm not knocking it. I think that if it's a beautiful thing that people understand that it's not for the sake of a man boasting and bragging. It's really a bigger picture, and I think somebody else said it earlier that it's a bigger picture than what the average woman would look at it from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. But I don't know. Don't let me fun. I just understand that I've been seeing it when I had was in the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I understand why it's necessary and a person to come up fast. We see a lot of people that's hood stars. We see a lot of individuals that got a lot of money that come getting it from the negative perspective, right? Mm-hmm. But even with them getting it from the negative perspective, they all have some type of structure. And when you look at the structure behind it, the come up is kind of fast. But what if it wasn't used for the negative? What if it was just used to come together and bring the queens together, which make for a stronger alliance and a stronger
That's
situation.
How I feel, right? And I'm not in that. And I don't mean to cut you off. And mine may be so low profile to everything that you're saying, but I feel like if you're gonna do that shit, you better get a come up out of it. That's how I feel.
It's gotta be.
Unless
you gotta put down.
To have other people around and love and all that kind of stuff, then cool. But like, if you're gonna do it, like, you better have a good come up plan. You hear me?
That's the whole point about it. The whole point about it is to have structure.
A whole no, just have a come up plan.
The whole point is you don't just do this because you just want to have. You gotta be able, because we here as men to procreate, but we here to actually take care of our fucking families. So if you're gonna bring in another woman, you can't even take care of one. That don't make no damn sense. So you gotta structure some type of structure around it. You gotta build that. And family is wealth. We talk about that all the time. Family is wealth. And when it's done properly, it's not even a couple years, 5 years before y'all start seeing the come up. The come up is actually instant right now. Especially if everybody on the same court, the come up is right now, because how many of y'all been in a situation where y'all just a couple dollars short?
Shut up. Why you make that?
How many of y'all been in a situation where y'all rent was behind because, like, how many of y'all been in that situation? How many of y'all have car notes and car insurance, but y'all don't know how they all gonna do it, but y'all gotta go out and stunt and make, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta go do all that extracurricular stuff, but
Exactly.
What do you say?
It must be a come up for everyone.
It gotta be. If like I said, this is only for masterminds and kings. This is not for the small-minded thinking individuals, because y'all don't even got money. Y'all don't even know how to stack y'all money and save it. Y'all don't even know what it is to actually run a business. Polygamy and polyandry and all of those things, the poly lifestyle, is some responsible ass individuals too that's involved in it. Yeah. You feel me? It's responsible individuals all around the board. Ain't nobody sitting over there. Ain't nobody just sitting up in the house playing footsies all day and everybody it's a sex thing. It's not a sex thing. It's actually a man probably have less sex in a polygamous situation than he do when he just in a monogamy.
So it's like if you have poor communication, poor hustle, poor work ethic, poor anything like that,
don't be in that
that's not even something that you
it's
can
not.
Consider or think about.
If you going out every day and you hustling trying to pay your bills and you trying to figure out how can I still live my dream, still have what I want to have out of life, but yet I'm still living in this earthly mindset where I got to pay bills, do all these things. So I'm so bogged down with all this extra stuff that I can't even see light at the end of the fucking tunnel. But as soon as you bring in some extra income or you be a part of some extra income, the moment that now the light got closer so damn faster. And it's like, for y'all that want to be, you know what I'm saying, artists, or for y'all that want to have, that's creative, but you don't know how to be creative and still pay your bills at the same time. This frees you up so that you can be creative in that creative space in your mind. What about that time you want to actually spend one-on-one with your significant other, but the kids is always in the way? Now you got an extra person there that can take care of that situation while y'all go have a good time. Like, it's a lot of benefits that come with it. And if y'all can get over the jealousy part and not worry about what the next person is going to say about y'all, because their situation already fucked up as well, I guarantee y'all bubble up. Y'all going to bubble up. It's going to be a bubble up situation. If everybody has to be on board. Can't nobody give a fuck, and you can't let nobody from the outside of y'all relationship pierce y'all situation. And when y'all get to that point to where y'all can actually get into that world, actually be in that space, everybody else around, it don't matter. Just let them watch y'all scale up. Let them watch y'all get a bag with each other. That's it. Let them see the bag. That's what you do. You make sure y'all be successful so y'all can show them that y'all crazy for not doing this. Nigga, you already sharing them anyway. I don't know. I'm just talking.
What?
You know how they be. You know how they be. They out here sharing them anyway. Shit. It's like
Subconsciously living a lifestyle.
They subconsciously living it, and it's just that, you know, that in that situation somebody always loses. In the poly situation, everybody wins.
Everybody wins. That's what they say. We shall see. On that note, it's 10:52, and we had a great night with you guys.
Right.
Hit us up with any questions, emails. Make sure that you have gotten this book right here, The 5 Black Heartbeats of Love and Wealth, 5 Keys to Investing with the Person You Invest In. We got a little bit about that in here, talking about dealing with multiple people. We talk about
the energy got to be right. The energy,
multiple people.
That we ain't even talk about sex a lot. That might be a part 2. That part 2. We might do part 2 on this next week. We gonna probably do part 2 because
it's a whole other round. Like you said, it's layers to this.
It's layers to this. But you know, for those who, if y'all like what we talked about today, like and share the video. This is Black Heartbeat, BLAC, build love, appreciate, commit to whatever you're doing in life.
Yeah.
Once you change your mind, you change your life.
Absolutely change your life.
Be expecting my new book coming out this holiday season.
Yes, I'm excited.
And we are rolling out a bunch of new things. And guess what? I got a champagne coming. So we're gonna be celebrating for the new year too. So y'all be looking out for the champagne that's coming. Today we featured our apricot wine today. If y'all in the Atlanta area, please reach out and get y'all a bottle. And we got some holiday flavors too. I got some peach for y'all, Georgia peaches. It's gonna be a peach champagne, so y'all gotta be looking out for that too. And then we also have we got a whole bunch of stuff coming up this month.
We'll be in Toledo next month. We'll be in New York in November. We'll be in South Carolina next month. So we got some big stuff coming up, man. Y'all stay in tune. We'll see y'all next week.
And if y'all would like, if y'all would like to sign up or be on our lecture classes, we have some lectures coming up. Please email us or DM us or hit us on Messenger. I want y'all to be a part of the class if y'all in the Atlanta area. And then for all of those that's outside of Atlanta that's watching, if y'all want us to come to y'all city, come to y'all town and speak on anything related, we're coming with bottles, we're coming with books, we're coming with t-shirts and merch, and we're going to have a good ass convo.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate y'all.